Guys, this is me, Arthur, and you're watching How to Draw Creepy Creatures. Now, as you probably know, this November is Native American Month in celebration of Thanksgiving. And so, last time we did boycock. So, I was actually doing a little research on what Native American creature I wanted to do this time, and I was planning on doing water babies, but I'm gonna have to do that another time because I came across something called the Horsewoman. Now, this is specifically a legend from Nevada. There's a reservation out there where it has a stretch of road where you're not supposed to drive down at night because there's this spectral thing that's supposed to follow your car that it looks like a horrifying cross between a woman and a horse with glowing red eyes. And the survivors of these encounters have claimed that she knocks your car off the road. There's actually been a number of mysterious accidents and deaths along that road that the local Native Americans attribute to her. So, it's actually very similar to like the Hookman legends or something, but just with a Native American twist, or the Highway Bride or La Llorona, very similar sort of thing. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Because of the body shape, I'm actually going to turn the paper this way. Alright. Right. Now, let's start with the head. What's really creepy is that apparently she gallops towards your car and you just hear the thump, the thump, the thump. And then when she's right next to you on the driver's side window, she just looks into the window and stares and doesn't even look where she's going. Like she already knows. Which is super creepy. Native Americans are kind of like the Japanese in some way, where their stories focus on base fears. Like they take the most horrifying aspect of normal things, like a horse or a person, and they just combine those things into something that's so terrifying. The more bizarre it is, the scarier it seems to be. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna have to come up with a Japanese themed holiday just so that I can do yokai with you guys, because that would be cool. Now, they don't really give a description, like they just say that she's half horse, half woman. So I could do like a centaur or something like that, or simply a horse with a woman's head, but instead I'm going to do a something that has the back end of a horse and the front end of a woman, and maybe an elongated horse-like neck, because that is just so creepy and so unsettling. Right, let's make this a little bit more dramatic, more like she's running. Okay. Kind of like she runs on her knuckles like a gorilla. Let's make the neck kind of like a cross between a human and a horse. Very thin limbs like a horse. That's what I like about legends that are this vague. All they just say is they describe her as half horse, half woman. So you can play with that concept as much as you want. You could do like a woman's body with a horse's head or something like that. I'm just putting my own spin on it, but I encourage you guys to experiment and come up with your own creepy designs. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now we have the basic skeletal and muscle anatomy. Let's get into the finer details here. In fact, I got the idea for this by watching a YouTube video by this really great YouTuber called Frightened Female. She was covering Native American mythology. I was doing research on there. And you should definitely check out her video on this subject. Super creepy, very informative. Okay. I'm gonna give her thicker fingers because I kind of imagine the fingers would break if she were running on her knuckles, and they were really thin fingers, so let's make the fingers a little bit thicker. Assuming that this is a ghost, it makes you kind of wonder, is there like an origin story to this character that's just been lost over the years? Because apparently most of these legends are they're kept around orally. The Native Americans don't actually write them down because they're so scared of this creature that they don't even write down her name. It was only collected afterwards by white people and written down. Kind of make, like, I say that we should make the tail kind of raggedy, kind of like it's a sickly, unhealthy horse. It's supposed to have glowing red eyes, so let's emphasize that by making it hollow points and kind of like dark around the eyes a little bit. I'm not quite sure what to do with the mouth, so how about we give it a big grin? Yes, so scary. Can I give it big horse teeth? In fact, I don't really find that scary enough. I think we made it look too friendly. Let's maybe like oh yeah, that's much better. Big smile. Can I give it like horse-like ears? Now I kind of imagine it's like having Native American makeup, so I'm gonna add a little. Now it's also supposed to have long black hair. I kind of imagine the hair is segueing into a mane. Let's kind of put some feathers in the hair. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So I'm gonna add some marks on the rump a little bit because you often see that with horses owned in like westerns and stuff owned by Native Americans. They often put an identifying mark on it, like a handprint. That doesn't really look like a handprint. That's a bad example. Okay. Okay. Now, alright, let's draw some like dirt being kicked up behind her. Right, sign off with your artist mark. Oh, sorry. And you have just drawn the horsewoman. Alright, you guys. Actually, sorry I wasn't able to do a video for a couple days. I had a really bad I was kind of had a bad flu, so whenever I had spare time, I was just in bed like, oh, I don't want to get up. But luckily, I was able to do it today, so I'm quite happy. Alright, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, for the rest of November, we're going to do Native American creatures. However, if you have any creature that you would like me to draw for you, Native American or not, that's part of folklore, you can simply read it in the comments. Leave it in the comments, and I will be sure to get back to you. Also, anybody who finished a lesson on the show and would like to show off your artwork, you can send it to me at arthurwrotethis@gmail.com, and as long as you include your written permission in the email, I will show it off on the show with your name so everybody knows that you did it. Alright, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving and goodbye.